Chris Hatcher Show, presented by Alabama 811. I'm your host, Tyler Brain, joined as always by head Bulldog himself, Coach Chris Hatcher. Coach, we're coming off a 28-21 loss at Mercer. What are your thoughts about the game this past weekend?
It was a very difficult contest for our team. We knew going in we were playing a really good football team, a top-ranked team in the country, a team that was fighting for a playoff spot. I thought that we handled the travel well. The weather conditions, you were there, were very adverse early in the game. Got off to a slow start. It was a defensive battle, unlike the year before. It was an offensive battle. I thought that we played hard. We put ourselves in a position there late in the game. We punted them deep. I told Coach Ben, said we need one more stop, and we got it. And then we made a costly turnover there at the end of the game, and Mercer was able to run the clock out. But for a tough defeat, it's kind of been the story of our season, Tyler. We played some really good football teams. I feel like we have a chance to have 4 playoff teams from our conference. Other than the Western Carolina game early in the year, they've been one-score games, very close at the very end. And we just got to find a way to make one more play. And if we were able to do that, we would have been victorious. But thought the guys competed at a high level. We got to do a better job as coaches to put us in a little better position to make those plays, and then we got to execute better down the stretch.
Well, I want to talk about a guy who seemed to always be in position on Saturday. Noah Martin had 19 tackles, the most by any SoCon player this year, the 6th most by any D1 player, and the most by Bulldogs since 2019. What did you see from his performance?
Well, he's solid, each and every week. We talk about the weeks leading up to this one. We've been praising Jay Stanton on all that he does. Noah's that guy on defense that just each week he plays really well. He has a great nose for the ball. I think our scheme fits him extremely well. He's what you want in a linebacker. He's tough. He's aggressive. A good leader on our team, and we really need him to continue to play well. We need him to have another big night on Saturday.
Well, Saturday is senior day here at Samford. Coach, we're recognizing about 30 students and players, 27 players, 4 students. A lot of those guys have been around here a long time, which when you think about the senior class, the championship they won last year, what are your overall thoughts about the class?
I'm disappointed that, as the head coach, I couldn't have put these guys in a better position to be in the playoff hunt here going into the last game. And you always, as a head coach, you want to see your teams do well because you want to see the players enjoy success. And we've kind of had an up and down season, but fortunately we have one more game that we're able to suit up. My message to the squad on Monday was don't take it for granted. A lot of guys, this will be the last time they ever put a helmet, shoulder pads on, and get to play the game of football. So we're going to be excited. We got a lot of graduates. Some of them have bachelors. Some of them have got their master's degree while they're here. I'm more excited about seeing those guys go off and do some wonderful things. They've represented Samford extremely well. And in this day and age, senior day's a little bit different because you have a core group of guys that have been here 5-6 years due to COVID that you really know well, and then you got a core of guys that have been here either 1 or 2 years that fit into that senior class mode that you just feel like you're starting to get to know really well. But all of them have laid it on the line each and every week for Samford. I love each and every one of them the same. And we look forward. We need a big crowd out there Saturday because these guys have represented this university extremely well.
Well, after all the ceremony and pomp and circumstance pregame, there is a football game that you played. Coach, we got UT Martin coming to town. They're an old OVC rival. What have you seen from the Skyhawks?
Well, they've been a nemesis of mine. I said that in my press conference earlier from my Murray State days. And we got a couple coaches. Coach Boone actually was the DC there for quite some time, and Coach Brandon Cooper, he's a graduate of there. That's his alma mater. So we got a lot of familiarity. Jason Simpson and I go way back. He's a phenomenal coach. He's been there, I think, 16 years and done a fabulous job. But, again, another team that's ranked in the top 20. They're fighting for a playoff spot. Possibly the most athletic team we played this season. They got a powerful running game. Their front seven, when they turn it on, and they're very difficult to run the ball on. So we're going to have our work cut out, but up to this point, we've had a really good business-like week of practice, and I expect us to go out there and play the very best of our abilities, and hopefully we can win this last one and finish off on a high note to give us a little momentum going into the offseason.
Kickoff is slated for noon here on the campus of Samford University over at the newly named Pete Hanna Stadium. If you can't make it to campus, the game will be streamed on ESPN Plus as always. Senior ceremonies will start around 11:30, so get to your seats then. If you're still looking for tickets, head over to SamfordTickets.com for all your ticketing needs. This has been the Chris Hasser Show, presented by Alabama 811.